Hi, in this video we'll learn how to divide the rational expressions. So let's take a look at the example of fractions. If you remember, how do we divide fractions? So let's say if I have 1/4, then if I need to divide that with 3/4, how do I divide it? So first of all, I'm going to change this problem into a multiplication problem, because remember, that's how we do division in division of fractions. So we're going to change this problem into a multiplication problem. So we change the division sign to multiplication sign, and then we flip the fraction which is next to it. So your numerator becomes a denominator and denominator becomes a numerator. So I'm going to write this as 4/3, because remember, we write the reciprocal of the fraction which is next to the division sign, because we're changing this to a multiplication problem. And then we can go ahead and multiply the numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. So same strategy we're going to use in this problem to divide this rational expression. So I'm going to write 3x over 16 as it is, and then I'm going to change this division problem into a multiplication problem. So I'll put the multiplication sign instead of the division sign, and then what I need to do is I need to flip the fraction which is next to it. So I'm going to write the reciprocal of this fraction, so my numerator becomes the denominator and denominator becomes the numerator. So I'm going to write this as 20 over 3x minus 9. Okay, now let's see, how can we simplify this? Okay, I can simplify this the denominator here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write this as 3x over 16 times 20 over, let's see, what can I do? What can I factor out from here? I see that 3 and 9, they both are divisible by 3, so I can factor out 3 because I think that is common in both of them. So I'm going to factor 3 out. Okay, now let's see what will be left inside. Now since I've taken 3 out, what is left inside the parentheses? Now if I take away 3 from this term, I'm only left with x here. So I'm going to write x inside the parentheses, and then I have a minus sign, so I'm going to put that sign here. And then if I take away, I can split, I can write 9 as 3 times 3, right? So if I pull out 3, okay, then what is left there? There's only 3 left. So since I have factored 3 out, I'm only left with 3. So I'm going to write 3 here. Okay, that's how you factor. Okay, now I got 3x minus, let's see what is common here. I see that I have a 3 in the numerator and I have a 3 in the denominator, so I can cancel those out. Okay, now what is left in the numerator? I see that I have 20x, and then in the denominator I have 16 times x minus 3. Now 20 and 16, they both are divisible by 4. So let's divide the numerator and the denominator by 4. So I'm going to divide them by 4 because I need to simplify this. Okay, it's the same like how you simplify, how you reduce the fractions to the lowest terms. Like let's say if I have 20 over 16, how can I reduce it? So I have to divide the numerator and the denominator by 4 because they both are divisible by 4. So 20 divided by 4 will give me 5, and 16 divided by 4 will give me 4. So the same thing I did here. So now 20 divided by 4 will be 5. And then I still have x in the numerator, so I'll put x here. And then over, okay, 16 divided by 4 is going to be 4. And then I have x minus 3. So basically we reduce the fraction. We just reduce the fraction to the lowest term. We didn't change anything from the variable. So here I got 5x over 4x minus 3. Now can I cancel out something? Is there something which I can simplify? No. So I'm going to write this as 5x over, okay, if you want, you can distribute 4 inside, or else this could be your answer. So you can say that this is your final answer, or we're going to write this in like after distributing 4 inside the parentheses. So let's simplify this one more step. So I'm going to distribute 4 inside the parentheses. 4 times x will be 4x using the distributive property. And then I have a minus sign in between, so I'm going to put that sign here. And then 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 will be 12. So my answer could be either 5x over 4x minus 3. You can stop here, or you can simplify it more and write that it's 5x over 4x minus 12. Both the answers are correct. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.